What kind of passive-aggressive behavior do you have to deal with in your life? Passive-aggressive way of expressing their negative feelings, such as their anger, their annoyance, but they do it indirectly, right? Instead of addressing them or talking to you direct, they go behind your backs, or they do it in a very so-called, very subtle way. And it's very difficult to identify them because when you try to confront them and they deny it, and it's just really annoying. I'm sure at some point in your life, you have dealt with some people who are clearly passive-aggressive in their communication, on their way of responding to you, okay? The way they communicate, they're mean-spirited, yet they don't want to make it obvious to you. They want to indirectly sort of look innocent on the outside, but they have an undertone of aggression towards what you are saying or what you are doing. And you can't really put a finger on what's really going on because they don't want to reveal to you openly, and they just want to make you feel that you're inadequate. They want to make you feel that what you're doing is wrong to them, yet they don't want to admit that they're unhappy with something. And so, this is one of the things that, many people ask me, is there a way that use metaphysics to actually stop these people from behaving like that? Well, I think there's no direct way of doing it, but the way you can do it is to enhance yourself, okay? You can't use feng shui or QiMen on the other person, so you just sort of electrocute them and stop doing that to you. I know these people make you want to feel like you just want to slap them across the room, right? But, well, sometimes these people are sarcastic. Sometimes they will say, oh, it's fine, when it's really not fine. I understand that they use underhanded comments on you, or they complain behind your back, but in front of you, they are your friends. And they just pretend. You ask them, is everything okay? They pretend that everything is okay, but knowing very well in their undertone, it's not okay. And they give you a nice compliment, but at the end of the compliment, they say something nasty, so it doesn't feel like they're complimenting you, but you don't even know whether they're complimenting you or trying to insult you in the first place, okay? So here's the thing. One of the things that you must understand is, for this type of sneaky behavior, if you need to make it clear that you're not going to tolerate this, okay? Because if you keep rewarding passive-aggressive behavior towards yourself, you're going to get more of them, okay? So I'm going to share with you 5 ways which you could deal with them. Now, some of you want to ask is, how do you read this in a chart? Well, there are certain things like bullying punishments in a parts chart, and or a person who is born with, let's say, black tortoise at a negative formation, or maybe the heavenly pillar in a negative formation in their destiny chart may be like this, okay? But it can be helped. If you have these behaviors mainly as your way of confronting and getting things done for you, you should change that, because it's annoying, and you will get really no genuine friends if you just continue to behave like this, okay? But if you are the ones that are on the receiving end of a passive-aggressive behavior, then there are 5 things you can do, okay? Number 1, you get what you tolerate in life. Listen to this, okay? I hope it's none of your loved ones are doing this to you, but if they are, or someone close to you is doing this to you, they're passive-aggressive in their ways of communicating to you. You must understand the responsibility lies with you. You're on the receiving end. You get whatever you are willing to tolerate in your life. Are you going to tolerate this? You first make a decision. If you keep rewarding this type of behavior, it's going to keep repeating, and you just have to suck it up, right? Because who asked you to tolerate this? So if you're not willing to tolerate it, you decide that you're not willing to tolerate it, then it's time for you to make a confrontation. Now listen, even if you confront these people, sometimes it depends on that person who is giving out this passive-aggressive behavior, whether they are it's something, whether they can handle the fear or not, because obviously they fear confrontation, otherwise they won't passively aggressive towards you, right? So there are a few ways to do that, right? But the first, you need to decide whether or not you are willing to tolerate anymore, okay? Now, the second thing is, you can use the safe face approach. Now, the safe face approach is, you can call out the behavior, but in a very nice way, okay? This is if you are also afraid of hurting the other person's feelings, because this could be your spouse, right? Could be your partner. So you want to, not upset them overly, because you know that they probably fear confrontation in the first place. So you can call it out in a way that just say, can we talk about this because you're making me feel uneasy. Okay, that will be a soft approach, safe face approach. You may say that, there's certain things that you have said that you didn't mean it, but let me just clarify with you if that's what you meant. So you can put it out in a very easy way, okay? Number 3, basically the direct confrontation, okay? That means you're going to directly address it the moment it happens. Because if you tolerate it, that means there's a reward to their behavior. They're going to do more of it, right? And they do more for you do more of this attitude because you're going to give in. So the direct approach is to call it out immediately and make them own up to it, right? This is the thing. I know that they may not respond well to this, but if you do it 2, 3, 4 times, they're not going to, they're going to think twice before they're going to be passive aggressive to you anymore, all right? So that's the direct approach. That's the number 3. And number 4, immediately set boundaries. Okay, set boundaries. You need to set healthy boundaries. Teach them how to communicate with you. Okay, teach them, okay, if you want to get me to do something, this is the way to get me to do something. This is what you need to say, and this is how you make it clear to me. This is the boundaries. You can do this, but not across this line. Okay, so set the boundaries. And the 5th thing is this is for yourself again. You must remember, no drama. Listen. A lot of us respond by getting into their drama, meaning get sucked into their world, and we respond in a passive-aggressive way, giving the cold shoulder. I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me. It's like, nobody talks to each other for 2-3 days, that sort of thing. So don't get sucked into their drama because you got to maintain your integrity. Okay, so invite them out into the clear. Discuss this, talk about this. This is very important. Now, you could do this using a bit of QiMen to strengthen your ability to do that. I would use the harm door for this if you are familiar with QiMen for the direct confrontation. If you want the indirect confrontation, you can use the rest door, right? That will be a nicer way to talk about it. I don't recommend that you respond to passive aggressive with passive aggressive because you get drawn into a dramatic world. Okay, so don't do that. So I hope this video would give you some insights on how you could deal with people like this. Of course, there are ways to explain it in their destiny chart, but explaining is one thing, dealing with it is another, because at the end of the day, you as an individual, you want to get things done, you want to move along, and you have to face this drama. Come on, right? So remember, you get what you tolerate. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click on the like button for this video so that the YouTube algorithm recognizes it. Thank you so much, and leave me a comment. How many times have you dealt with people who are passive aggressive, right? How did you deal with it? What's it cost you, and how does it make you feel? And share this video with all your friends. Thank you so much.